Okay, for follow-up team with DPS, follow-up team is like a bit weird. So you have DPS, you have soft DPS, you have buffer, and you have sustain. So what do we have on the follow-up team? We have facial, right? Facial. We have monster. I will put only the facial ratio, and I will put Jing Yuan on the summon archetype. I will not put Jing Yuan here. Okay, we deal with that first. So the real DPS is only these two, and maybe monster. Monster can go both way. Can go either DPS or sub DPS. Both is fine. Okay, where is my match? Okay, tell me where is my match. This is like, oh, here is my match. Plus 10, maybe, yeah, another sub DPS. Yeah, another sub DPS and maybe a DPS. I think there's only 3 viable sustain. The other is just subpar, so I won't place it here. And follow up, the next is here. Sunday can work pretty decently, but no way that Sunday will top up Robin. Robin will be like Robin will always be on the top. Yeah, Yuli and Clara will be on the counter because their team composition is a little bit different from the normal follow-up. They can play in follow-up, yes, but they have more versatility. So this is our follow-up team. You can see it, right? This is really strong, yes, but this is really restrictive. You can see that there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's only 10 characters who play good into the follow-up. I mean, you can do this. This is copium. This is like extremely copium to do. Yeah, and there's only 3 characters that is 4-star on follow-up. Yeah, this means that this team is extremely restrictive, right? Oh, you can do this too, by the way. This one is new. This one is good, by the way. This one is really good. But well, it's a side grade. It can be here. It's okay. The follow-up team comp is really restrictive, and it's very expensive. So if you are playing follow-up in 2025, like if you are completely go in with like new account, you have nothing in this screen at all. Like you only have the sustain. You don't have like this 3, right? You're gonna feel a lot of pain pulling for them because you need, like, let me swap this up, like team. This is 1 goal. This is free. It's okay. We are talking about the strongest we can get. This is 1 goal. This is 1 goal. Okay, maybe we can do this with Boko to funnel up energy for Robin. So you tell me, these 2 cost team took how much cycle to clear this MOC rotation? Just how much cycle do we need to clear on this Warrock? I would say you need at least 5. Yeah, you need 4 to 5 cycle. You are pulling for 2 limited 5-star for 4 cycle, when you can just go back and just play this girl. You can play this for 3 cycle. You can play this girl for 3 cycle. Yeah, and it's, yeah, you can see this girl is like better. This one is like 4 or 5 cycle, right? So follow-up archetype is not that great for new player. For existing player, sure, if you have Robin, then going facial is good. Or if you are sweaty player or 0 cycling, this comp is still extremely strong. You can 0 cycle with this very easily without any limited eidolon, but would you reset for that? Yeah, and you don't even have ratio. I mean, facial is the much better version of ratio, to be completely fair. Because what happened for player with ratio? What happened with player with ratio? I will just tell you this. In the past, they just give you ratio for free, am I correct? They give you ratio. They don't give you Robin. They bait you with Topaz, right? But this one have only 1 debuff. So how exactly would you play this team? This at all E0 S0. This will only have like 1 debuff. Yeah, hyper ratio is much better. But they already bait you with Topaz, and you pull Topaz, and this is what happened when they bait and they success. This is just bad, right? 1 debuff when you follow up I don't know, you don't follow up ever. If you play with the Acheron cheese Lycon, you get 2 debuff chance. Do you actually really want to play with this? Yeah. So we go back to the follow-up archetype. What you actually want to do is this guy and go with this. This one looks like better already. But still, you still have 2 debuff. You still have 2 debuff. So the follow-up can happen like next year. So what exactly is will give you 3 debuff without the trend of the universal market, which is pretty diabolical by the way. Now when you do this, yeah, you have 3 debuff. But when will you get ratio out? Now we swap for Ting Yun. Yeah, now ratio look like more like a hyper carry, right? This is exactly what they predict. Ratio is more like a hyper carry than a follow-up because if you do a follow-up, it's very expensive. If you want to do this, you need E1 S1 Topaz for 3 debuff. That is 3 gold. Robin 4 gold. Aventurine give 1 debuff, 5 gold, right? And if you want more debuff, you pull for his light code is 6 gold. And you play ratio, it's a 7 gold team. You need 7 limited 5-star to make this team run extremely smooth. If you split that 7 limited 5-star around on everywhere else, you get 2 team, you get Herta team and full Acheron team. And you still have 3 limited 5-star left in your pocket to play with whatever you want. Yeah, this follow-up character play hyper carry more comfortably. So yeah, I won't talk about ratio that much. I will just play for itself. So my verdict for follow-up team, I will say this is one, it is extremely restrictive because you need to have like a core unit, a sub. This one is free, it's okay. You need this and you need this and maybe some Lycon, or you need E1 Robin for this to work fine in current meta, which we have like 3 billion target to hit. But yeah, and you can see that Pure Fiction is a mess, right? But yeah, this one is also fine for Pure Fiction for the time being, of course. But if Pure Fiction has like a HP inflation, it's GG. Okay, so we back to the Fei Xiao, and we can see that this one good for MOC, maybe okay for Pure Fiction. Oh, okay, so we are back to this is MOC, right? Now we go to Pure Fiction. If we play Pure Fiction, we actually have this. Let me see, we have this. I will just say it. PF, Jade, we have Himeko, we have Herta. This one is good into Pure Fiction. Yeah, this is like for Pure Fiction, I'm correct. But I will talk about this later because this pair is good, which is nice. Herta vs New Apocalyptic Shadow. I mean, she gonna destroy one side, that's for sure. I don't think even the off element can stop her at this point. You just find something to break and she will one shot. Because if you have 42 stack, it's not ice rest, it will one shot. For counter team, you need DPS, multi-turn, amplifier. Holy, this is so bug. Amplifier, debuffer, let more amp, and a sustain. This is one archetype that doesn't perform well without sustain, unless you can kill the enemy extremely fast. So we have Clara and Julie as the only two. Different from the other archetype is you actually need some kind of buff that stick to your DPS. So for example, Yu Gong is pretty bad into this team, right? Because if you were to split between Yu Gong to Clara and Julie, you are gonna have the brain break. Bronya is unplayable because her buff literally lasts for 1 turn. So we put it down. Asta, you don't want this to move so fast. So Asta, unless you're doing PvP stuff, is out of the question as well. So the buffer is actually much less than what you actually think to be. And energy buffer, Hua actually have a lot of role into this team as well. Because they need energy to function as a counter unit. If they don't have energy, especially for Clara, you're gonna counter for like negative damage. You need out, right? And for the debuffer, Pella is good, Jiao Xiu is pretty decent, and you don't want to play Silver Wolf ever on this team. The reason why you don't want to play Silver Wolf because if you break, Silver Wolf does a lot of toughness bar damage to your enemy, and if you break them, they are not gonna hit you. If they're not gonna hit you, then you don't counter. This is why the counter archetype actually more restriction from the hyper carry, from the follow-up. Run Mei, if you can kill your enemy fast enough and your DPS is not on type with the enemy, then Run Mei is a decent buffer. But if you break with Run Mei, enemy is gonna sit there for 2 and 3 cycles and he will not come back to hit you, and now you deal no damage. So Run Mei is out too. You see something, right? Do you see something now? Okay, let me change this first. This is counter. So for counter archetype, what actually happened is you actually have really limited unit to play with. See? You only have like, this is all. You don't have anything else. So for newer player, I won't recommend you to go play counter archetype in patch 3.0. If we were in 1.0, we all know that Clara is a god because we are literally so slow that the enemy lap us twice or thrice. Enemy just run through us like 200 speed and we are sitting at 90. And Clara is pretty much a god back then because they just hit you, then you counter, they just hit you and you counter, you really act at the same speed as your enemy. But for now, it's changed. The HP inflation is here. You need a lot of buffer to work because you can go with like Clara, Ying Yun, and maybe Pella, and you expect to clear in 5 cycles. No, there's no way you can clear that in 5. You're not gonna clear it even into this true thing. You're gonna sit there and drooling until tomorrow, and you're still gonna face to face with the bug, and the bug is not dying. Not to mention the bomb bug will just like enrage your whole team, and your team just does nothing. The Clara won't counter. Yeah, so my verdict for this archetype is it is extremely limited. Yuli is a really good DPS, to be completely fair. Like Yuli is like one of the highest DPS multiplier in the game, but to make Yuli work, imagine Yuli without signature icon. When will she get hit? Next year, right? And if we play Yuli into something like, remember Trailblazer? I will just show you. If we play this team, RMC has Memo Sprite, so we have 5 targets. The taunt is 100. This girl is 100. Mem has 100. This is like 100 too, if I'm not mistaken. This also 100, if I'm not mistaken. This is 125. So the chance of Yuli getting hit without her signature icon is around 20 to 23% in this team. So you're gonna sit there and drooling. If the enemy is single target, you just sit there and drool and wait for them to hit you with 23% chance. They are not gonna hit you. Is there any way to fix it? You pay links? Okay, now you get slightly more chance for Yuli to get hit, but still you are gambling on like around 50 to 60% chance for Yuli to get hit. Do you want to gamble on the gamble in the gacha game? So this unit is slightly expensive. If you want some quality of life, you need her light cone for her to perform decently, because this literally increased the taunt value by 500%. Now you have 80% chance to get hit, but still with 80% chance for you to get hit, you still have 5 targets. And you know, if you do this, they are gonna hit your Ting Yun. Am I right? You know, Ting Yun has like 2000 taunt value. She's gonna get hit, and Yuli is gonna sit there and drool till next year. And that will cost you some time to reset. That will cost you some discomfort in your auto gameplay. This will cost you a lot of things. So yeah, quality of life is one thing you should consider when you're playing turn-based game too. I think we should go to the next archetype, which is Break. After Acheron can discuss if break will be viable, how good is E1 feel with Rappa no run. Feel E1 with Rappa without run may will be really good. It will stay for a long time. It's okay. Yeah, so now we go for break. I will not talk about Lingsha on break, by the way. Lingsha will be spoken in what's his face in a summon because she fits a lot more there. So let me quick line out first. So break, we have Rappa, stop, right? We will just go with Orography and Firefly first, and MC, I mean Harmony Trailblazer and Fugue. This is a break archetype. It's composed by a driver. You see, I'm not speaking this as a DPS. This is driver, enabler, amplifier, and a sustain, right? This is like the OG team. Okay, so Rappa, if I were to rate the team right now, Rappa should be the top, and Boothill is the second, and Firefly is the last. But where's my Firefly though? Where's my girlfriend? I actually E2 her, by the way, and I don't even unlock that because like holy. Okay, what do you see from this? Suyi. Okay, for Suyi, I don't think you ever play Suyi as a break DPS ever. Suyi does benefit a lot from crit, so please don't play her as a super break unless it's your last resort for you to clear. Then it's okay to play Suyi as a break. I mean, if you like play Suyi and Harmony Trailblazer run May, right? You swap out Harmony Trailblazer for something like Robin, you're gonna get a much better result. Okay, so we do this. I will just place Suyi here so that it's a cope. It's also cope. View and Sunday. I think going with this is better. Unless you have E1 field. If you have E1 field, then Sunday is the choice. I will just put Sunday on the last though, but Sunday will kill a lot of team though. So what are we watching here? This is also restrictive, am I correct? This is actually F. This is F, by the way, F. This is pretty restrictive team as well. So what can we do with the team? For example, we do Rappa. We need the enabler. The enabler, we have Fugue and Harmony Trailblazer, right? So Fugue is the best in slot for Rappa. If you play Fugue, don't need to play Harmony Trailblazer. Then you play Amplifier, which is Road May, and you play a Sustain, which you only have two choice. Yeah, Rappa with Fugue is literally best in slot for each other because Fugue double the damage that Rappa can do. So if you are Rappa owner and you don't have Fugue and you still want to play Rappa, you should get Fugue. First, Fugue will unlock your Harmony Trailblazer to go somewhere else, to be a Remembrance Trailblazer to play with your Herta, and Fugue Rappa is extremely strong combo. It's even more important than going Lingsha or even go with Ron May because like, for example, you play, if you compare this team with this team, I don't have to tell you that this second team will perform much better than the first team, even without Run May, because this just double the damage already. Yeah, because of the mechanic. Rappa deal both break and super break damage, and her break damage actually get amplified a lot. I will just go to Rappa here. Details. Rappa, you see this, right? This one, right? This passive makes her deal so much damage because normally you deal 60, right? You deal 60 and you can amplify this by 50 max at 10 point. So with Fugue, you are gonna reach 10 point every time, which deal 50, 100 and 60% of Rappa break damage to all enemy. But if you don't have Fugue, we have Run May. Even we have even if we have Ronmei, we just have Harmony Trailblazer. Harmony Trailblazer trace is not gonna do anything because we are going to AoE, right? And we have like Ronmei, right? Even we have like Ronmei, we have Lingsha. This team is gonna perform much worse than just like Field. So yeah, if you play Rappa, Field is the first priority for you to get, and then you can cope with another thing. HMC with Field, yeah, you can spam DDD, yeah, but you can also like drop it for this, right? You see this? You see you see the composition, right? See? They are not overlap with each other. Means you can play both. So Rappa is actually in the best spot right now for break because she can drop Harmony Trailblazer and feel nothing. She can still clear. Probably she can just zero cycle if you have E1 Field or E1 Lingsha. That's how good it is. Or you can just do this and just like do 3 billion damage. Yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, we go next. Okay, next is Boothill. Boothill is actually sitting on a slightly worse spot compared to Rappa because like Boothill is single target, sure, but he actually scale with crit. Just do it like this. See Boothill, right? Boothill can go really fast just because he's what? First, his hunt. This cone actually gives speed. This 3-star adversarial cone here also gives speed. He can go extremely fast, or you can even use this free cone because you can gain the passive back extremely fast as well, because when you do his skill, the passive just gone back up. Yeah, and you see Boothill, right? Boothill actually scale with crit pretty well because this gives 30% crit rate and 150% crit damage. What does it tell about this? It means you can do this. There's no substat waste on Boothill. You can go crit. You can have some crit here and there. You can run crit rate body. You can run attack off. You can run break with crit. You can have this stat. And when you go into fight, you will have like XG and 266 or 220 something. And this is actually pretty good for break character. You have 400 multiplier on this, and his enhanced basic actually deal around 200% of Boothill attack, 220%. This means Boothill also scale slightly, just slightly on crit, and he scale a lot into break, and he have his own break. This makes Boothill sitting on a better spot, but not as good as Harmony Turbo, as good as Rappa. And with Boothill and Field, you can literally one-shot a bug if you set your break bar correctly. I think you have saw this for like a lot of time on other channel who like love to do zero cycle. You left bug with like 1%, right? And then you shoot one time and it just 100 to 0 the bug, which is so satisfying. But yeah, it's like this, right? For the team, he can run this. He can also run this. He can drop out the enabler because he's a god. He can run this. This one is actually clear, pretty fine. You also can run this. See, Boothill team is actually pretty open for break team. That is pretty F or restrict team. So still, if you ask me, should you pull Boothill now? I would say no, because you see how many limited 5-star it takes for him to work, right? It still takes a lot. You can actually play this, by the way. This one is also good. This one is also really good for playing. But yeah, you can see that he still needs something like maybe he needs Field, he needs Trailblazer, maybe he needs Sunday, maybe he needs Bronya, he needs Ronmei, he needs whatever. You can really like go like this. I mean this one won't work that well, right? Yeah, you need a lot of effort for him to work, especially the play style. Can you play him? Like a good player and a bad player can do an exactly same account with exactly same relics and go one cycle for good player and go like 5 cycle for bad player. That's what happened when you play Boothill. So if you're not ready to learn his mechanic, I don't suggest you pulling him. But is his value still justify his spot? If you already have this support and you still somehow want to back pulling for the break, this one is okay. But to be honest, if you go into 5 target scenario, you're gonna feel some pain. Like you saw the 5 TV, right? you playing Boothill to 5 TV, you feel a lot of pain doing that. Boothill is a drop, correct? Okay, and next, yeah, March and HMC does not work at all. It's not that good. It's not working at all. Trust me, it's bad. Okay, next is the last DBS. Your favorite girlfriend simulator, Firefly. We have Firefly. This is the OG team, right? Yeah, I actually love Firefly, by the way. Like, man, I mean, her character is pretty cute, to be completely fair, but well, we have to admit that her spot is not that good right now. Okay, so this is what happened on both Firefly and Rappa when you play Break. You see the relics, right? I will hide. You see the relics, right? What do Firefly need? Firefly needs attack. Somehow needs some attack, but you know Break is better than attack. Break is better than attack. Firefly needs Break to do more super break damage. Firefly needs some more break, a lot of break again, break, speed. Yeah. So what you need for Firefly? Firefly need speed, break. This is what happens when you play Break Archetype. Rappa is also on the same spot as well. So how would you increase your Firefly damage? You either roll speed and break. Attack is like really dim. Attack is like not a priority, but yeah, it's copable attack. Like you imagine you running a 3000 attack Firefly versus the 2.5k attack Firefly with like 300 break effect. The 300 break effect will deal so much more damage compared to the attack one. Just because like it's just cope. It's just a cope way for developer for you to, when you roll relics, you don't feel that as bad. Okay, I will close this first so it doesn't interfere with our screen. So what do Firefly need? She needs break and speed, right? So you see this, right? What are the odds for you to only roll into one stat, which is either break or speed? What are the odds of you not rolling into crit? It's bad, right? She got attack convert into break. Why? To compare that, for the every 10 point of attack, she gets 0.8% break. So how much attack you can roll? You can roll around 4 on each point. So 4% attack into like 1,000. See, 4% attack into 1,000 is 40. How much is 40 will give you? You see my point, right? 40 will give you like, so it's 40 into 0.8. So it's actually, you actually gaining 3 break effect for 4 attack, but you can roll more break. You can roll, I think you can roll 5 or 6 break on one roll and the minimum. So this start to go bad already. True, right? And this need to exceed 1,800. This means with 1,000 attack Firefly, you need to waste 800 attack into her first. Then you will get another break effect beneficial from that. So it means in the actual way for her, you will actually get like 1.5% break for every 40% attack, roughly. You see that is not worth it anymore, right? Because you can just roll 5% break effect. You get 1.5 of what you should have got. So rolling attack is actually pretty bad for her. I mean, have the attack percent as a base is good, but if you roll it like this, it's not that good anymore. Or if you roll it like, you see this piece? If you roll it like this piece is extremely bad for Firefly. So how do you increase her damage again? You need break and speed. So what are you going to do? You have to literally roll break and speed. You have to farm for break and speed, break and speed, break and speed, right? It is very easy for you to get her relic for her floor, but it is almost impossible for you to reach her ceiling. And her ceiling is just around 30% at most for each damage per screenshot. Because like break, you just stack break and stack break and stack more break, right? Yeah, you see, I have like 284 break. I will just go into fight once, like maybe I just go to like some fight. I won't play though. I will just go in and start a fight or something. Do this. Holy shit. Okay. So you see this, right? In fight, she already have 500% break damage. You are stacking this, yeah, and then you get more. Yeah, I will give it more. Now you have even more and more and more. Holy, okay, this is one way to like throw Firefly, but it is what it is, and you can stack it even for more. See? I will just use Run May out because she is on like she's on what is this? On the watchmaker. Now we have 625% break effect. You tell me what does first 5% break effect does? It does nothing, right? And you see this damage, you see this? Boom! See? 599. And then we do this. You need 18 more from field. No more. No. Now we do this. I will just do some extremely diabolical for you guys, so you can see what was the point. I will just change everything into like no break effect at all. Now I have only 119 break effect. Now you see the damage. Yeah, break attack, it doesn't matter at all. Only speed. Did you activate my E2 Firefly? No. It's no E2. You see there's no icon here. Punch. Run May. Buff. It's a high floor, low ceiling. Maybe next, like, okay, you see this, right? It was 625, right? See? Now I have 400. I lost 200 break effect. This is like extreme because I did not even use the break rope. Now you see the damage. Is this much different? You are paying 200 break effect for 20% more damage. And how much do you have to roll for that 200% break effect? Maybe everything you have. But if you change this to something like facial, you play 5 crit / 50 crit vs like 100 crit and 150 crit damage. You're gonna see like 3 or 4 times more DPS. Yeah, this is what happened to break. That does not scale on everything, just break. See, the damage does not decline that much. And this is like defense rope. You don't need to farm for Firefly at all. You get her set correct, you get her speed correct, you leave her and you farm for something else. Yeah, the anti-Firefly agenda, I think it's actually pretty cringe as well, because like it's not that good to just bashing a character. But what is the correct speed? It depends. For example, if you want to secure a 0 on wave 1, then 154 is good point. If you want 4 turns with Firefly, then 167 is a good point. But if you don't care about anything, you can get 0 speed on Firefly and just play. It's good. Yeah, she gets some speed with her out. So on the paper, she only need 140 or 154. There's only 2 break points for casual player. So I think Firefly, actually our girlfriend, helped every account a lot for the past year, because first, it's easy to get her. It's easy to build her. You can leave her. You can leave her alone when you finish her with like maybe 3 subs or 19 subs that, and you can actually farm for something else. I think that's the beneficial thing that she gives to you. Yeah, she gives you permission to shit on her. That's actually what she gives to you for the past year, and I think that is fair. It helps a lot of free-to-play player or casual player to stay with the game and enjoy the story. That's why I love her. She's good. But for someone who heavily invests on her, my condolence. So yeah. Okay, we're back to the Break Archetype. So this one is like pretty restrictive, and this is like last. No, don't shit on your in real life girlfriend though. You might get punished really hard for that. So don't. I never do it, by the way. Okay, so we are done with the break. Did I miss anything with break team? Himeko is pretty cool. Okay, it's good into 5 target, but that's it. And March, it's a Boothill, mini Boothill. But yeah, it is what it is. Do you want to know the secret about the break team? Oh, you also missed another thing. Oh, what a surprise. There's another secret here. Oh no, there's another secret here. Oh no. This HMC is actually had 200 break effect. Oh, there's watchmaker. See? So the only way to increase this team damage is first, you pull for Eidolon. Second, you pull for Eidolon. And third, you pull for Eidolon. And maybe the last is you pull for this type of Lycoon. You can like dump all your stamina somewhere else. You save up some money, then you pull. This is pretty much the only way to increase break team damage. Because the ceiling is just sitting there, it can't go even further that much. You farm like next year, you farm until next year, you just get like 10% damage increase. But if you activate your E1 Rune May, you already get 24% damage increase. Yeah, it's scaled by money. You are correct. So for everyone who have E2 Firefly with E1 field, you rest assured your team is gonna do great. So in the future, if your team is falling off, all you have to do is just pull more. It's a harsh truth for break team, but it is what it is. To play break team, you actually need to accept that fact to be able to stay in the meta or something. Okay. Now, without field, I never do like 500. I just do like 4 or 300. It's not. Yeah, it's play to win and pay to win. Yep. So okay, we done with break. Yeah, thank you for watching as well. See you guys next time. Bye bye.